Our Story Productions presents the Cocklebur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories from throughout Sweet Swine County with Bobby Ray and Sally Sue.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're really, really glad to be with you today. Sally Sue, we have an exciting show today, don't we?
Oh, we do. It's a great show that with all the news reports from outside of Sweet Swine County, and a guest that everyone is sure to love.
Really?
It's awesome.
I can't wait to be introduced. That's great.
Yes. So, Bobby Ray, did you have an exciting weekend?
I have to tell you, Sally Sue, I make it my mission to be the most informed person from Sweet Swine County as far as history is concerned. And yes, I had a great weekend.
Why just outside Sweet Swine County?
Well, you know, our fan base is expanding for the Cocklebur Morning Show. So I think it's important that people understand that one of my duties is to represent this show in southern Minnesota.
Definitely.
Okay?
Definitely,
and besides, the executive producer gave me an expense account, so I use it.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Well, an expense account?
Don't get all excited. It's only $2.55, but it's moving up. I spend every penny.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us how you spent your expense account
Sally
this
Sue, I went over to the town of Tracy in Lyon County.
Oh, yes.
Okay, have you ever been? It's a pretty cool town.
No, I haven't. But
it is I love that town. It's a cool town. You know, we have a lot of fans in Tracy. I have a lot of fans in Tracy, which I didn't realize, yes.
Really?
I went into the Tracy Bakery, which is on Main Street.
Oh, nice.
And immediately they recognized me, which was very impressive.
Okay.
And I know that because she stood behind the counter and said, "How are you?"
Really?
Not everybody does that with me.
So, Bobby Ray, you went over to Tracy just to visit the bakery?
No, Sally Sue, although believe me, that would have been enough of a reason to go.
Really?
Oh, I'm telling you what, their baked goods are made from scratch.
Ooh.
They've been in business for 50 years. They are just outstanding, okay?
Yummy.
Oh, my gosh. Can't you tell? I had a few over the weekend.
Oh, I see.
But I'm here to tell you, I got some for our owner, J.R. Olson. He thinks we're the greatest, let me tell you.
That's such a good idea.
I thought it was a good idea.
Boy,
Yep,
that's
absolutely.
how you spent your money.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Anyway, the real reason that I went to Tracy on top of that was to go and visit the Wheels Across the Prairie Museum.
Oh, really?
And I brought back a brochure, so I'd kind of like to read this to you.
Oh, share it with us, please.
In 1977, a small group of citizens embarked on the long and often frustrating task of erecting a memorial to those hardy pioneers who stayed with this often wild land. The purpose was to collect wheels from all facets of their lives, agricultural, railroad, and automotive, plus all the little wheels, which helped this county grow and prosper. The Wheels Across the Prairie Museum opened its doors on June 1, 1985 to share the story with visitors. You can visit the Amoret Post Office, check out our car barn with antique tractors and vintage automobiles, view the power of nature and the horror of the 1968 tornado in pictures, which was unbelievable. Stop and examine the machinery used by farmers in the early 1900s. As the village continues to grow, they've added the Murray County Schoolhouse, District 91, an 1897 train depot from Volga, South Dakota, the Sunquist Summer Kitchen, the Heartland Chapel, the Springdale Imaker Blacksmith Shop, and St. Mark's Church. I'm telling you, there's a lot over there in Tracy.
I was
really impressed. With the help of citizens from Sweet Swine County, we here on the Cocklebur Morning Show are going to learn everything there is to know about communities outside of our county. And I'm telling you, once you take a look at all the things that go on, you'll be so impressed. In fact, let's join one of our citizens right now for outside of Sweet Swine County. Okay.
Wow, sister, I can't believe Mama made us move up north. This isn't a plantation, it's a farm. Whatsoever will we find to do here?
Oh, sister, really? Fiddle-dee-dee. I do declare. I'm going to tell you something. I have been sneaking around. Mama doesn't know. And I have found us some towns and we're going to be fine.
Why, sister, I do declare that's exciting. Tell me more.
Well, just last night, I found a little town right here.
Well known as a prominent railroad center that was established in 1870, Tracy is known nationwide today for the annual Labor Day weekend, the Boxcar Day celebration. Situated in a thriving agricultural area, Tracy boasts plenty of recreational opportunities, primary and secondary educational offerings, and an exceptional medical center. Tracy has the ingredients to satisfy growing families or the retired. The amenities and affordability of the community make it desirable for a lifetime residency.
And, sister, I want to tell you about their businesses, too.
Wow, you're right, Bobby Ray. That was incredible.
I know, it's
Town.
unbelievable.
Oh, so what do you say that we bring out our guest for today?
I think it's a great idea.
Wonderful. Today's guest is from the town of Worthington in Nobles County. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Marv Spomer from Spomer Classics and Museum.
Welcome, Mr. Spomer. Welcome.
Thank you, but you can call me Marv.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, Marv, can you tell us a little bit about your museum in the town of Worthington?
Yes, be happy to. The museum was started the collection was started about 25 years ago. And about 5 years ago, we decided that we would share the collection with the public. There's a lot of private collections like this, but nothing open to the public every day like we've done with this. And what you will see there is not only a collection of cars, there's some very unusual cars and there's some low number built cars, but our main emphasis is on signs.
Really?
Porcelain, neon signs. And porcelain signs and neon signs is art that's not used anymore. It's a thing of the past. And we have decided to share this with people. So what you will be looking at would be all vintage signs, starting some of them back as early as the early 1900s.
I'll be darned.
And the majority of them come out of auto dealerships, but we have expanded our collection to include farm implement signs, lots of automobile memorabilia, farm memorabilia, pedal cars, various items that are interest to a lot of different people.
Now,
we kind of renew the old days.
Sure. Now, you mentioned neon signs. I didn't realize they weren't making those anymore.
There are very few neon signs built anymore.
Really?
Right.
Now, are these signs donated or did you purchase
Very good
them?
question.
They have been purchased.
Really?
And they are from all over the country.
Really?
In fact, some signs were used in movie props in Hollywood.
Oh,
I have 3 signs that came out of Hollywood. There are some signs that are still in the original shipping crates.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yep. So it's a variety that interests a lot of different people. In fact, we've had not only do we have bus tours, but we've had high school history classes. We take them back in history, and one of our first groups was actually a ladies group. In fact, we've had the Red Hat ladies come through, car clubs, and various other groups. In fact, even church groups and different organizations come through, and we do a walkthrough tour. So we explain there's history on just about all these signs.
Oh, I'm sure. And now, when it comes to the cars that you have there,
yes.
What years, what types, what do you have in that regard?
Well, we've got some muscle cars. That's the hot thing these days. But we have some other older cars. We have a good selection of convertibles. We'd have some Corvettes. We have, in fact, we usually show some cars that we're in process of restoring at this particular time. So you can come in and you might see a variety of anything. And things change. We keep adding every day. Every day is working on either signs or cars.
Wonderful.
So you do your own restoration of vehicles as well, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
right, right.
All right.
Yep.
Well, what hours are your museum open?
We are basically open from 9 to 5.
Oh, nice. Every day of the week?
Every day of the week except weekends.
Okay.
And most of our tours are basically set up by appointment. And
Okay.
we appreciate that because when you're working all the time, you might not be dressed properly to be giving a tour group
sure.
through.
I understand, sure.
But we have people stopping in all the time that come off the interstate. I mean, our guest book is pretty full from this summer. It really is.
they are, yeah.
And they're from all over the country.
Amazing. Now, what is the address of the museum so people can locate you in Worthington?
We're 322 Oxford Street.
Okay.
And it's very easy to find. If anybody coming into town, they take the business loop right off the interstate, they can't miss it.
Wonderful.
Do you have a website by any chance?
We do.
Okay.
Our website is www.spomerclassics.com, and you can pull that up, and we've got a toll-free number as well as all our cell phone number and everything's there.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Wonderful.
And
We need to get over there.
I think
we
so.
invite you to come
Road
over.
trip.
Really do.
That would be great.
Yep.
Yes, that
You-
would be wonderful to see. Yep.
Marv, this has been great, and I'll bet with all those cars you have, you've done a lot of traveling around southern Minnesota.
Oh, we sure have. And the citizens from your county have seen a lot of what you've showed, too. And can we see another one?
We sure can, Marv.
Okay.
So, Lars, I know we're lost in Minnesota, but let's just keep driving. Maybe we can see some more. I got these visitor guides, you know. Oh, there's a sign up there. I can tell you about this town. It's coming up right here, then.
Okay, Inga. Inga, did you know Adrian is a small but progressive community located in the western portion of Nobles County in southwestern Minnesota? Over the years, Adrian has maintained a solid economic base due to its agricultural ties and over 80 businesses providing employment. With addition to the city's efforts, there are numerous clubs, organizations, churches, and school, which all play an important part in moving the community forward and enhancing quality of life in Adrian, you know.
Oh, Lars, look at the specialty shops. Now there's your shopper's paradise. That sure is a nice town. We're going to mark that on the map and come back then.
Yeah, Inga.
That was great. Can we see another?
Oh, we sure can. Let's look.
Oh, hello again. Colonel Von Breger here. I was just going over some of my adventures here in my journal. Have I ever told you about the time I was on safari in Africa? Perhaps not. Or the time I flew over uncharted waters in the Black Sea. There again, perhaps I haven't shared that with you. Well, these are some of my adventures, and I'm going to be doing other adventures now in the South, specifically southern Minnesota, visiting towns and communities. In fact, we're taking an adventure today. Why don't you join me as we go to... Dynamic Janesville, Minnesota is located on Highway 14 between Mankato and Waseca. Janesville offers a wide variety of year-round activities for visitors and residents. Take a stroll down historic Main Street or enjoy a relaxing afternoon at Lakeview Park on the shores of Lake Elysian. Or play around at Prairie Ridge, a rare reversible 9-hole golf course. Janesville truly is a community dedicated to preserving the past and building for the future. Bully! Well, let's discover some of the fine businesses and establishments as we continue our adventure. Love that town, and Marv, love that museum. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I'd like to thank you for this, and I'd
absolutely.
to invite the people to come and view this, but I have one other thing.
Okay.
The person responsible for this is sitting in the audience.
Oh, really?
That's my wife. And
I see her.
Oh, I do.
Yes. And I'll tell you how this took place. She was an antiquer. And I used to go with her, and we always got along real good to antiquing, but she said one day about 26 years ago, she said, why don't you look for automotive stuff, since I was in the automobile business?
Oh, okay.
Guess what? As you can see, that's how it all started. And here we are today.
That's outstanding.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Marv. This has been just terrific.
Well, thank you.
I just enjoyed it. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure and visit this point of interest in Worthington, Minnesota.
Absolutely.
So I have to leave now?
Oh, no. Stick around,
honey,
Marv.
stay.
We still have a lot to cover. Why don't you just relax and enjoy the rest of the show?
Thank you.
You bet.
My name is Johnny Happening, and I'm on the case. A big case to find out about the downtowns in our story country. The boss wants answers to what's going on. So I walk the streets to find our downtowns that have become the greatest streets in Minnesota. The case is clear. Now I will take what I've learned to the big boss.
Oh, Johnny, show the big boss what you found. Ah, Johnny, this is another great downtown. A downtown rich with history and a hometown feel. Downtown Fairmont is a hotbed of activities and a treasure trove of fine shops, restaurants, and service businesses. Oh, Johnny, my boy, just look at their businesses. Shops, services, and entertainment. Show me some more. Johnny, you've done it. You have discovered towns that have become part of our story. Now get back on the case.
It appears the talk is true. These are the towns dreams are made of. I will continue on the case, for I am Johnny Happening. Our story, the streets of Minnesota.
Love that town, and ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking our very special guest today, Marv Spomer from Spomer Classics and Museum. And we'd also like to thank all of you for watching the Cocklebur Morning Show. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye-bye.